that thing has wheels. Nice. Alrighty, well, good morning, you guys. We're finishing off our trip to Arizona. We're about to head back, so we're gonna stop over at my buddy Shane's house, check out his Boss 302 and a couple of the other cars he's got, some special treats for you there, and make our way back to San Diego. So, and then we get to go over this thing and figure out what the hell happened, because I did bend something in the steering on my little tip-in yesterday. So, yeah. See, we got everybody all loaded up over there. Truck's looking stout. You can see got a little bit of burnout rubber, nothing too crazy, but still there, and it still runs. And I drove on a trailer, so it's pretty damn good. So let's get at it.
Sure, it does work, no?
That thing. Goals for the Torino. Goals for the Torino.
Get your head out of the clouds there, Hot Rod.
What?
Get your head out of the clouds. Guys, just rolled up to my buddy Shane's house. We got one treat for you. This is probably my favorite Mustang on the internet if you've ever seen it. If you do have Instagram, I'll put the tag up. You guys are gonna want to follow him because he goes through a bunch of different Fords all the time, and he comes across some of the most amazing finds that are pretty much all his on his Instagram. From what I'm aware of, all the finds that he posts are his, and one of which he's taken out of a yard and put together and basically recreated an all original Boss 302 Mustang. So I'm just gonna let the picture do the words for me. Check this thing out. It's absolutely incredible. So this is my buddy Shane's all original 1970 Boss 302. Still got the trailer hitch, the correct wheels, repping the brand right there. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, look at this thing. This is so nice. You can see the reflective strip right there.
I'm looking for an actual original
shaker hood and everything. That is so cool. Insane.
Anything that has to do with like 68
We went to his front yard in Sholo or Pinetop Mountain Town.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, explain K-code. For those that don't know what it is.
K-code's like the 289 hypo.
Yeah.
So Shelby's in 65, 66 use the K-code. The 67 too.
And this one wasn't a 4-speed, was it?
Yeah, all 65 K-codes were 4-speed cars, just like the Shelby's. So then in 66 they put automatics in.
Okay, so
that's why I like the 65.
Got it. So this
they were all 4 speeds, and this is as close to a Shelby as you can get without it being a Shelby. This was a San Jose car, 4-speed, black interior, Wimbledon white, K-code. So this car is the exact car they pulled off the assembly line to turn into a Shelby.
Damn. Okay. So it's almost like CarCraft with Bosses.
So this is just the one that wasn't pulled off.
I see. Yeah. Got it.
Everything's the same bin.
When's the last time you drove this? You drove this not that long ago, right?
Yeah, maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah, but it was
I wanted to get the Boss done. The Boss is so close. You get that on the road, and then this car, I put a Windsor in it. That's why I bought that K-code motor, so I could build that.
Oh, what's in this now? Different
351 Windsor.
Oh, okay.
Out of the 69.
Got it.
Which is a lot of motor.
So
yeah, it's got the
little wider heads on it.
Yeah, so you have to get the special headers on there that go over the
Oh,
C-bar.
yeah, what the hell?
See how that, yep.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, otherwise you can't. This motor's already too big to fit in this car. It's not much wider. It's like I think it's taller.
Yeah.
So where the head bolts are and all that, it gets it closer to that bar out for you.
Yeah. This thing's so sick.
But I started taking it apart, and then I'm like, I want to finish the Boss. The interior of these things are easy. You know?
Yeah. There's nothing really to them.
It's got the 9-inch. The K-code's got the 9-inch in them.
Oh really? I didn't know.
The narrow 9-inch, which that's what makes these expensive, because they only came in the Shelbys and K-codes.
Okay.
9 inches.
Yeah.
So that's why everyone who has these early cars don't have 9 inches unless they get like a earlier Ford.
Yeah.
They had like those ones, but they don't have the tapered axles, so then you got to figure out that, and it's not correct for Mustang.
Yeah.
Those are the same wheels that were on it when I found it.
I like these wheels. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it as I found it. Like I wasn't gonna paint it, nothing. This car gets so much attention.
I know, yeah. Honestly, it'll get more attention not painted. It doesn't look like it has body filler or rust or rot or anything.
And I think the doors and the hood been replaced.
Yeah, that's got a different primer color.
They used to drag race this car for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like look at the dash. They did the Falcon thing to the dash. So there's no dash pad on it.
Yeah.
They just cut it off and then they smoothed it out and then put some texture on there.
Really?
This whole car is just raw, and I like that. I bet driving this thing around, you're like, dude,
Oh, it's nothing like the Boss is like luxurious.
This is a
These
driver's
things had
car.
No power steering, no power brakes. It's got disc brakes, and that's it.
Yeah.
This brake's 4-speed. And like this thing, when I was driving around, I never had any sound ender, and it just screams.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why this car is like and it's so small and nimble. Like the Boss is such a big car. You know, it's fun driving on the freeway on that thing. This thing going around corners and stuff.
Well, you can get the Boss, or you got the fastback that I would want. That's perfect. Hell yeah. Well, now I know to look for. I didn't know the difference realistically between a 65 and 66 in terms of mechanics.
They're really not. There's really not much difference.
Yeah.
Unless you get into like the K code stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, not all 65 fastbacks were 4-speed. It's just the
No.
K code part.
Yeah.
So if you find you can buy a 66 4-speed car.
Yeah. Very
You're
true.
not gonna hardly tell the difference between these.
Yeah, and I
The
guess
only thing
it,
that's gonna be different is like the grille or
Yeah.
the interior.
oh, it's got a little prop.
Yeah, because the wings on these cars are too heavy. You had to get that.
Really? That I didn't know. So it's like a little kickstand.
Yeah, because the wings, if you don't have the wing, it'll collapse.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
they put these on the cars with the wings, and then like the Boxer 2s, they got the Space Saver tire.
Oh yeah.
the original
Oh wow.
tire.
Yeah.
So it's got a little canister in there that inflates the tire.
That's so sick.
So it's got all that original.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is Shane. What's going on? So tell me about this car. And first of all, so this is Abandoned Classics on Instagram. Put a name to a face. 'Cause, nobody knows your face, but everyone knows your car. So if you guys don't already know these cars, they're pretty popular on Instagram. Tell me what this car is and how you got
So
it.
this is my 70 Boxer 2, original paint, motor tranny. Found it in Phoenix, probably what, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
you've had
dad
this
found
for
it
a
about
while.
10 years ago. You know, my uncle was trying to find a Boxer 2. My dad told me he knew where one was. And
Yeah.
I ended up being the one to buy it, but sitting in the backyard since '89.
Yeah, and it didn't have a motor and tranny in it?
The motor trainer was pulled out. It was rebuilt. Its number's matching, but the guy had it in his shed, his garage.
So kind of
Yeah, he pulled out in '89 when to get it all rebuilt.
Yeah.
That guy owned it since '72 or '3.
Oh wow. So you're a
So-
third owner?
Probably third owner.
Okay, got it.
And so it was sold new in Phoenix, never left. Original paint, he took good care of it. He didn't race
Yeah.
this one. He had a 71 to 3 that he raced.
Okay.
He used to actually, that's why it's got a hitch on the back, because he'd pull the car, his other car, to the drag strip
Really?
with the Boxer 2, or take his dirt bikes out to the desert.
That is sick. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. And so every option on the exterior is original, like this came with these wheels.
Forever orange. It's got the factory steel wheels, so it didn't have the Magnum 500s on there.
Yeah, so it's a steel wheel car, which I actually like the caps on these cars better.
Yeah, there's a lot of Magnums. And it looks good with the Magnums, but I like seeing something a little different.
I do too. Yeah, that's what I noticed when I first saw this car was the wheels. I was like, ooh, I like that actually.
If it was original front spoiler, rear wing, louver car, has the original shaker for it.
Yeah. And pretty much the engine in this car is original to it.
Yep.
And
Motor, most of the parts, the trans.
because we're used to painting engine bays, but this one is one of those you would just leave as is. So look at that right there.
Yeah, like that distributor I just bought. I didn't restore it. I didn't paint nothing.
Yeah, no,
The
that's-
block I don't paint.
But you're on this one. You're down to like I need the original fuel pump, original water
Yeah,
pump.
down to some specific items.
Yeah, because you can't just go to O'Reilly's on this one, huh?
No, you can get it on the road, which is what I did.
Yeah.
Put a normal fuel pump and distributor in it.
Then you got to go back.
Yeah, I wait for it to get a good deal on
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then that's when I'll, if I get a good deal on a part that this car needs, that's when I
Yeah.
buy it and put it in there and replace whatever
Yeah.
whatever junk part that I put in there before. So.
Damn, well that's crazy. Oh my gosh, I love this car. It's my favorite one. I was like, man, I'd love to buy that car one day, and I know the offers you've been turning down. And I was like, I don't honestly blame you. You only get a shot at a car like this once in your life, so
Yeah,
you're a
not
lucky
too many
guy to
super
own it.
original cars. I know people that are finding these type of cars and restoring them, so it's getting even
Yeah,
worse.
no, yeah, because this is a survivor. So I know in terms of a lot of values, this actually can be worth more than a restored one.
Yeah,
to the
so,
right
yeah,
person.
Yeah, I would probably lose money if I restored
Yeah.
this car.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were making jokes saying if you rolled this thing across Barrett Jackson, it wouldn't be surprised they pulled 6 figures pretty easily.
Yeah,
To the
who
right guy.
knows? I mean,
That just 2
especially
guys
not
going
right now.
at it. Yeah, yeah.
There's
Right
some
now it's
crazy things
insane.
happening. I like to be realistic on it. But,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want this car to restore it because it'd be such a good candidate for restoration because
Yeah.
it's already so nice.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of guys I don't want to get this car.
No. Yeah, that thing's got to stay the way it is.
But also, it's nice on this one. It's got the fold down and then the deluxe interior because a lot of them had standard interior, so it's got all the wood grain.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Console,
So has it anything? You did a carpet, right?
no, I don't know what the other guy has replaced, but I put the Winslow steering wheel on there.
Got it. So
The Winslow was factory on this car.
Yeah.
It's actually an additional option.
Yep.
For the deluxe.
So you've done a little bit of the interior.
And luckily we don't have enough moisture because everyone thinks you cover your cars outside, but it's not always the best thing.
No, yeah, it keeps moisture in.
Moisture in.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
But out here in Arizona, it evaporates
A little
so
bit
much,
better.
especially when it's sitting in the backyard in Phoenix.
Yep, well that's awesome. And this one you drove to guys, which you did see in the last video. I mean, it seemed like it was sitting there and idling and running away.
So yeah, it runs good now. I had a little overheating issue, but just had to pull that fan closer to the radiator.
Nice.
That's all it took.
So now we're down to the little things, and then
Little
we're good.
things, suspension, and then it's on to the next car.
I was gonna say you can almost call a car done, which is like crazy to think about.
So it's nice is you don't, these type of cars you can't be modding all the time.
Exactly.
It's original, so it's like, okay,
it actually
is done because
yeah.
you don't really want to keep.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then this right here, a lot of people don't realize it's not just a regular fastback. So what's this car?
So it's my 68 and a half Cobra Jet 428 4-speed car.
And they
Special
made,
order paint.
I was gonna say they made how many of these?
I think 68 fastback 4 speeds with the Cobra Jet. I think they made 1,044.
Okay, and this one having the special paint DSO.
Special order paint. I mean, just California cars, they made like 171.
Wow.
In San Jose. I mean, total 68 Cobra Jets. I think they only made 17 or 18 special order paint cars,
Wow.
which makes this one pretty cool.
Yeah,
And it's a good special order paint car.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. I'm not a big fan of yellow.
No,
They
yeah.
made some weird yellow cars. This
Yeah.
one's orangish red. I think it's flower power red.
Okay, and this one does have a motor and tranny still in it, or
Yeah, it's not numbers matching. The tranny and it's a 68 and a half 4-speed.
Got it.
Another
yeah,
Cobra Jet
but it's
car.
the right engine to be
It
in the
is
car.
the right tranny, and then the motor's a 428 Cobra Jet, but out of a 70.
Got it. Okay.
So that's why I bought that other motor, that 68 motor, to build that one.
Okay. Cool. So this is
Make it a little more correct.
this is the next one on the assembly block. It looks like there's a lot of putting it together, really.
Yeah,
So.
all the hard work's done, and then I rounded up the interior, good interior panels. You
Yeah.
know, I bought some fastbacks and pulled out the.
Mhm.
I got the headrest 68 seats, which
Oh,
are hard to
yeah,
find.
yeah.
And he had the tack. I just had to get it rebuilt.
Mhm.
Pretty much what I need now is wiring, which is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Probably a couple $1,000s worth of wiring.
I was gonna say you're not just gonna put a paint.
Because you got to have
car.
GT and tack, and to get the one that's
Oh,
color coded, it's
yeah.
probably just for the underdash harness, maybe $700-800.
Wow.
And then you got to do all the GT tack stuff for the engine bay too.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. Well, that's cool. Hopefully we'll see this thing come together. Like I said, abandoned classics, tons of cool stuff. And then we saw the K code in the back. You got a pretty good collection. He's teaching me to not buy a car and then try to fully restore it and just move on to the next car. And then in that time span, you'll get a nice car eventually. You don't have to.
you got to keep them, work on the ones that you like.
Yeah. So that's what I need to learn for sure. Is not every car needs to be restored. Just push it on to the next guy. Take what
There's
you
some
need
guy
out
that
of
wants
it.
to restore it or have some
Yeah.
fun with it too. You don't gotta.
I don't always have to be that guy. So, yeah, somebody buy my Galaxy. That's what I'm trying to get at. But hey, thanks a bunch for having us over here. Awesome. I'm stoked I
Anytime
finally
you're
get to
out
see
here.
this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll come back out of
We
Scottsdale.
camp down out there too. So
Oh, okay.
We can kind of hang out over the weekend.
Yeah, we'll have to bring that thing out next time. We'll bring both trucks to good guys next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Definitely.
And now we know that thing will drive out here. Drive out there and drive it back. Hell yeah. Well, we're gonna keep on chugging. We gotta go to Cracker Barrel in Yuma. You got a spare?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened. So it was.
Yeah. All right.
The other one there, I think.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we got a spare. Truck's still tight on the trailer, which is good.
Oh yeah. Go check it out.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yep. That was a chunk rubber.
That sucks. Hey, you know that thing has wheels. That's why we bring spares, huh?
It's got air in it. I don't know how much, but we're gonna find out.
Oh boy. Oh, she's got all the wind in her.
Oh, you know what that's from? That's from Waffle House last night when I hopped the curb.
You think?
Guaranteed.
Really?
Guaranteed.
Yeah, it tore them. Yeah. Damn. Well, yeah, it's still holding there. You can bring that back and get a warranty.
Yeah, from 2016. It's starting to bubble just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that right there.
Getting a little out of balance.
Yeah, watch her. Right on.
Okay. Alright, well, Cracker Barrel we go.
What are we listening to?
6 liter. Those still looking good. That's not going anywhere.
We're looking dandy.
It's got air in it.
Alright, let's go to Cracker Barrel. Oh,
Cracker Barrel! Champ, we're looking good!
Alright. That's a view and a half. Hell yeah. Made it to Cracker Barrel. Oh yeah. Ah, pee break. Alright, there's a Mustang, there's a crappy Lincoln, and there's a crappy truck. And we made it. Alright guys, so we're back from our trip from Tucson, Arizona. The first thing I want to do is pull the truck in the driveway and actually kind of go over from the back. I need to put coolant in it because we lost like half of it in our burnout. And I want to get underneath it and figure out what happened to the steering because my steering's 90 degrees off. I think it's when we whipped around really, really hard during the burnout. I think it tweaked the steering pretty good, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. So I need to pull it in the driveway and figure out what's going on. Oh man, this thing is absolutely filthy. I have never had this thing so dirty in my life. And you can see, just from taking this guy off, yep, that whole top row is completely empty. Which of course you guys can't see, but yeah, that's nice. That top row is at least empty, so I know I don't have enough coolant in it. So I'll top that off. And then yeah, you can just see the residue. That's all from the coolant from our burnout that we did. And you can see all the residuals all over the lower hose, on the back of the radiator, and then it basically went all over the front of the engine. So you can see those blueprint heads are looking nice and dirty, but still working really well. Sorts of crud all over them. So I'm gonna have to clean this thing pretty good. Go ahead and drain both catch cans, make sure they're not full of oil because they probably have a little bit in it, considering we were at 6,000 RPMs for 2 minutes straight. But yeah, underneath it, I mean, the thing looks pretty dang solid still. I mean, you can see the oil pan's clean. After, you know, 500 miles of driving, 10 passes, and a big burnout, I'd say that looks pretty damn clean. I can't complain. There's not even a drip of oil on the drain plug. So, but yeah, I think realistically all I gotta do is go ahead and fill up the coolant and check the oil, make sure that's all good, which when I did earlier it was fine. Alignment is still straight, because right now it's straight. For whatever weird reason, now it's straight. Earlier it wasn't, so I kind of want to let it warm up once I put the coolant in and drive around the block and then check it again. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and top this thing off. Could probably go drive it around the block, make sure the alignment's good, and then I'll clean it. You know, right as I say it, you don't need a funnel, spills it everywhere. I mean, it did take almost the whole gallon, so that's cool. Well, it seems like it's fine. It won't get hot. Try getting it to warm up. That's about as hot as I can get it. So I'd say it's fine. Well, the temp's looking good. Water's still looking good. And my alignment's now straight. So I don't know what the hell happened. It was crooked when we were at the drag strip. It was crooked when I pulled in the driveway. I moved it around a little bit and now it's straight again. So I don't really know. The drive's fine, so I don't think I bent anything. I think maybe if anything, it was something in the steering box, so I'll probably retighten it and re-grease it and make sure it's all good to go. Other than that, it's driving really good. Alright, so this is going to be our first little street rip on the current setup.
haven't really driven it much. This sounds so sick. Oh, I love it. It likes this elevation so much better than Tucson. Holy crap.
Well, I'd say it works pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with that, and everything's still good. I got my little souvenir from the raceway. Check that out. I'm never taking that off until I have to get a new windshield. That's freaking rad. I guess the only thing left to do is actually wash this thing, since it hasn't been washed since Tucson. I realized in the burnout pit, we have this rubber right here, which isn't too bad, but the part of the tire kind of stuck over the side, and you can see it hit the trim right there, and it got into the side of the bed, so I have this big scuff on the side of my bed, which I'll try to get off when I power wash it later. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hose this turd off real quick, at least clean most of the crud off of it. But yeah, there's a lot of rubber on this thing, like a lot of rubber. It's really bad. All right, guys, so it's been about 2 weeks or so since those last few videos. You can see my mustache from my mullet's just a little bit longer, but everything's working really well, so I'm stoked. The truck runs great. I've went and driven it around a bunch. It still has a little bit of 110 octane in it, so I need to kind of transition back into regular fuel, get the tune set on that, and then hopefully we can get an appointment to put it on the dyno. And after that point, if it survives the dyno, this thing's set. But I'm stoked with the way the motor's doing so far. It's handling really well. It's making perfect oil pressure, perfect water temp, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm stoked. The whole Arizona trip was absolutely amazing. I do want to thank all the sponsors that have helped me get to this point. I mean, Blueprint Engines with the cylinder heads, McLeod Racing with that amazing clutch that held up this thing at 6,000 RPM clutch dumps. Heat Shield Products for keeping the thing cool. JBA Speed Shop for hooking it up with a lot of different parts and things for the truck. Tint Man for the tint, keep me cool in Arizona, and all the other companies and people that have helped me with small different bits and pieces along the way. I really do appreciate it, and as well as all you guys watching along. So thank you guys a ton for watching today's video. Go ahead and like it if you did enjoy it. It would really mean a lot to me. Let me do your thing down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video with the F100. You guys are not going to miss it. See you guys.